Help yourself to further selection of paranoia-inducing tablets. Help yourself to cooking fat for disgusting sex experiments. Help yourself to plethora of sadistic pod culture glockmags. Help yourself to bottle of filthy sedimented antique wine. Help yourself to nutrition-free GM cardboard fruit and veg. Help yourself to slow death, obesity and stationery for suicide missive. Help yourself to identity deleting software. Help yourself to morsel of disappointment quiche.
Hello, I'm Tim Leopard and welcome to my world of pain. War on Terror, resounding success. Do you remember like the war on drugs we had in the 80s and nobody could get any drugs anymore after that? It's the same thing. I think it's great to have wars and abstractions, wars that are neither designed nor likely to succeed. Sometimes you see something, you just got to tell somebody about it. There's a girl, I swear to Christ this is true, she's walking down London Road by St Peter's Church and she had no mobile phone. Right, at all. She wasn't texting anyone. She was just looking where she was going, smiling, totally plugged into her surroundings, totally at one with her environment, and really present and conscious, and just smiling at people. Fucking hell, I didn't know what to say. I had to go up to her and just say, look, what's the matter with you? You just, you do not belong. And I sort of dragged her into a car phone warehouse, and she got a decent little iPhone thing, and she's linked into that, and I saw when she was leaving the shop she was texting, well she was updating her status on Facebook, and she ploughed straight into this old woman, caved the front of her head in, wasn't looking where she was going, and as they were carrying the old dear into the back of the ambulance, so I remember saying to the lassie with the iPhone, good on you, now you're a legitimate member of 21st century British culture.
First of all, taking the Qurans off people and burning them might be perceived as a little provocative. Still not enough. No, not enough to inflame the people that have been brutalised and oppressed for well over a decade. No. So, burn the guidebook, that didn't work, that didn't get them mad enough. Well, what else can we do? Well, kill their leaders and piss on the bodies. We on them? Yeah, okay, that's bad. Is it bad? It's bad, but it's not bad enough. What else can we do to piss these guys off? Well, we could just send some robotic numpty into one of their villages in the middle of the night and execute a load of them while they're sleeping, including their kids. How about that? How do you like them apples? Well, and then remove the individual allegedly responsible to a safe place in the United States, and nothing happens. Well, I think what they should do, infantile solutions here, but is basically football brings nations together, yeah, apparently. Get the individual allegedly responsible, cut his head off, stick it in the bag, take it out to Kandahar, stick it on a football field, say anyone fancy a kick around, doesn't matter who wins the game, we're all going to be out of your country by tea time, and at the very least a very florid letter, a thank you letter in fact, for all the lovely free oil and heroin, lots of love, and maybe some flowers.
Imagine, if you can, for one moment, that this dog is David Cameron, and these daisies are public services.
Austerity measures, we're all being asked to make cuts. There's plenty of economical products that you can avail yourself of in the local supermarket. One thing I've picked up on recently, flies honey. You can get this at Asda, Walmart. It has a brown colour, it's very bitter. But it's 26p. I went on a bit of a nature walk the other day out in the forests. It was beautiful. Saw all sorts of things that I'd never seen before. A miniature tree Jesus scampering up the bark of an old oak, so called because the spotted markings on its back resemble an approximation of the crucified Christ. A nest of fox eggs, about 6 fox eggs. I took them home and scrambled them up with a bit of lard for breakfast, and saddest of all, a tiny little baby mortgage, which I took to the mortgage sanctuary on the outskirts of Ashdown Forest, but they said it probably wouldn't survive. It's only a matter of time for the little mortgage. I hate it. I hate to see things suffer. The other thing I don't like about cocaine is it sandpapers your morality, cuts you off from your soul, and turns you into somebody with the moral compass of a tomcat with 3 testicles. I'm fairly certain that Adolf Hitler could walk in here now with a gram of sniff, and after the first line it would be, yeah, the Jews, they are a bit of a problem, and after a whole gram it would be like, what Holocaust, rack us up another. Easy to control people when they're desperate to escape from themselves. I know. It's not Davros you need to worry about, it's the billions and billions and billions of slavish drone-like Daleks that do his bidding. And some of those Daleks that Davros created had little human beings in them. So it looks like Abu Qataza, the radical Islamic cleric, is going to be sent to Jordan, despite reservations about torture and what she did to Peter Andre and Alex Reed. It won't even be despotic. That's the thing. One tyrant, identifiable evil hate figure, easy to topple, take the mad bastard out. With these oleaginous PR men that we've got infesting the face of modern British politics, they're so interchangeable and so homogenous, they're just rubbery baby-faced planks spouting focus group PR rhetoric and spin. Idiots, 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 inept, incompetent buffoons who like a good dinner. Diane Abbott recently got pilloried in the media for sending out allegedly racist tweets. The statement she made was, white people love to play divide and rule. Now, that may be perceived as a racist statement because it's about white people. Doesn't make it any less true, though. I think we need to be careful, very, very careful, about knee-jerk triggers and responses to them. Also, Diane Abbott was quite sexy 20 years ago. Oh dear, that's a bit sexist, isn't it? What it's going to give us, in a nutshell, is a big pair of 1980s Timmy Mallet-style, personality-enhancing, rose-tinted spectacles through which we can view the Thatcher era as a model of compassionate conservatism with a heart.
Help yourself to mind drop pastry with frozen pus chunks, atrophy genitals and a slap in the guts from a bastard. Help yourself to panacea of lavatory culture bliss. Help yourself to shrivel and sniff. Help yourself, help yourself.
Of course, the main thing about Cameron's dream is you have to be asleep to believe it.